first, we're just going to talk about the 3 different ways that most people go about buying a car. And this is at least 90% of everybody is either buying private party, buying from a buy here, pay here car dealership, or buying from an established franchise dealership. And so we're going to go over the big differences between what you get out of those experiences. So more and more people are going private party these days. It's not what it used to be of putting a for sale sign in your car and sticking it out in your driveway. There's a huge selection of used vehicles on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, you name it. One of the nice things about this is that you're working with just a person looking to sell their car. A lot of people don't want to deal with a car salesperson. I totally get that. So that is one of the nice things about going private party is that you're just working with the person. You've got great selection. They own the car, so they can tell you. Hopefully, they're honest. One of the cons about working with someone private party is they are not legally obligated to disclose damage, salvage title, anything like that. They don't have to disclose anything. So that is one pro of going with a dealership is that they have to disclose if it's been in an accident, if it's got a bad title, you name it. And then the other thing is that you have to secure your own financing. If you're not in a position where you can pay cash for the car, you're going to have to go through the hoops of getting your own financing. The pros and cons of going with a buy here, pay here dealership, the pros is a pretty short list. It's really just that they will finance just about anybody with a very small amount of money down. And the reason they're able to do this is because it's in-house financing. That's what buy here, pay here means, is that they serve as the bank and the dealership, which is kind of a conflict of interest. But so they will finance just about anybody, but you're going to be paying, say, 25, 30% interest more often than not. And a lot of people don't understand just how impactful interest rate is. So, for example, the difference between $15,000 financed at 0% interest on a 60-month loan and $15,000 financed at 25% interest on a 60-month loan is $190 a month. So if you're going into a buy here, pay here car dealership and you wind up financing $15,000 at 25%, you're $190 a month of your payment is just going interest, and it's all front loaded too. So it takes people forever to get caught up with the interest, to bury in it. And it's just not usually a great deal. Another con of going with a buy here, pay here dealership is that if you're in this bad credit situation already, you're going to compound it and make it worse by going through one of these places, because not only are you overpaying for a car, paying too much in interest, and then not necessarily getting something that's going to be reliable, it could potentially break down on you and you're still on the hook for the payments. Most of these places do not report those payments to credit bureaus. You're not actually going to be building credit while you're making payments to this place. So franchise car dealerships, what I mean when I say a franchise car dealership is they're backed by the manufacturer. So if you drive past a dealership and it's got a big blue Ford oval out there, or it's got the big Toyota sign out there, there's a lot of advantage when it comes to that. They're backed by the manufacturer. If you go into that dealership and you don't like the way that you're treated, you have recourse. You can reach out to the manufacturer and say, hey, I was not treated well at this dealership. I didn't like it. And franchise dealerships have a lot more reason to protect their reputation than buy here, pay here places do. If you go out and tell everyone you know that you were taken advantage of by a buy here, pay here car dealership, they're probably not going to be surprised. But established franchise dealerships, their reputation's everything, so they have to protect it. Most of them have service departments. That's another big pro, is that they're able to fix the car that they just sold you. So like us at Gresham Ford, we really stand behind our used vehicles. Like if we sell you something and something goes wrong with it in the first 30 days, well, we went through in very extensive inspection on that in the first place to make sure that nothing was wrong to our knowledge. And so if something was, we typically take care of it. The other nice thing about going to the franchise dealership is that a lot of them have certified pre-owned used vehicles. These can be just a great deal in terms of value to price and what you get out of them in terms of warranty coverage and everything. Though I will say look out and look into the certified pre-owned program that you're buying through. because everyone has one at this point in time, and some of them don't really mean anything. Like CarMax has certified pre-owned vehicles, but it's not like buying a Ford certified pre-owned vehicle where you get a big Ford warranty that comes with it. But this is my main thing with when you're looking for someone to do business with. It doesn't matter whether it's the private party person, the buy here, pay here dealership, or the franchise dealership. Research who you're buying the car from. Look up Google reviews, Yelp reviews, Facebook reviews, Better Business Bureau reviews. That will give you an insight on what experiences people are having when they go to that dealership, whether or not they like it. Definitely look out for anything that's showing up in the advertisements for that review website, because they paid money to be there and they're not necessarily there because they're doing such a great job and getting so many great reviews, but they're paying money there to be there. So just be mindful when you're doing your research of that.